This was weird. No countdown.
I know. We are in Louisville, which is still not right. Wait, I'm not saying it right, Joe.
Where's your jar?
I left it at home. I packed literally everything else. I packed all the shoes. I don't have outfits, but I have shoes. I'm just going to wear shoes. That's it.
So we are here in Louisville.
Yes.
And we figured that we have an event to go tonight for autumn. And so we're not going to be able to do a live stream tonight. So we figured we would just like jump on now.
Yeah.
Right? So I know it was like kind of unexpected because we're waiting for like Chris and Miriam, everybody to get here. And we still need to go to Walmart because somebody travels without shampoo
Toiletries.
And all that other stuff.
I have no shampoo. I'm gonna have stinky armpits. We got no deodorant, but it's just.
How do you have stinky armpits? That plane was so cold.
It was cold. My armpits are probably pretty safe, but like.
Miriam was here. Said, "Hey guys."
Hey. So.
I saw Lindsay said she'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so stinking excited. Are you flying in? Is your husband flying you in, Lindsay? I'm so excited, but yeah, that is one of my little like travel hacks is
Miriam's on the plane.
Save room in the suitcase by not bringing all of your toiletries.
I don't know how to work this.
What do you do to save room in your suitcase?
Use yours.
What? That's a good plan. What do you do?
Okay, I'm not gonna try to use this chat. I'm gonna use it over here. So
I'm so excited. Joy says we are gonna be in the same town very soon. Everybody all in the same town together. I love it. I got my nails did.
D King wants to know: is there a stream of Keto Palooza? I do not.
I don't think so.
Autumn did that the first year, and here's the problem with
super stress
streaming these conferences. It is a lot of work, and it's so reliant on internet. And listen, we all know that internet
patchy.
It's not super reliable. We take it for granted when you're trying to do a long live stream, and then somebody's not happy, and then you have to give money back. And when you're in these hotels and stuff, like they charge ridiculous money
for coffee.
So like I know that like. Even in Orlando last year, I mean, I think that Erica said they were charging like, $500 for a few hours of internet. So they charge a ridiculous amount of money. It's like if you think cruise lines and airplanes charge a lot of money for internet, try going to these venues.
Well, and how reliable is it?
And
we had a hard time. Like we paid for like the internet when we went on our cruise.
And one video took 16 hours to upload.
16 hours of uploading.
So yeah, so most of the time they just don't live stream it. I don't know what Autumn is doing, but a lot of times what people will do is just film it and then put things up later on. So we try to film ours, and so like we filmed Orlando. I still need to like edit it and put it up, and we'll try this one. It depends on if there's a place to put the camera and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you don't want to obscure anybody's view.
Andy said, yippee, I'm sure jealous of all you going to keto conferences. Looking forward to videos about it.
We're going to do our best.
Lynette said, I'm packing an additional collapsible bag. I have an extra bag, but my extra bag has Chris and Miriam's dive gear.
Which means you have room, so if somehow we can squeeze in a little bit of shopping in downtown Louisville, then we could come home with some extra stuff.
We're not.
Maybe.
Miriam said they're on the plane.
Yay!
Ola, hey, strike shift over, so have time to watch.
I'm so glad you're here.
Like I said, Lynette said, can't wait to see everybody.
So Lindsay's,
the Murphys are flying via the interstate.
All right, that's awesome.
Lynette has to leave her house at 3:30 a.m. tomorrow for a 5 a.m. flight, flying through Chicago Midway and then on to Louisville.
What is the top of your mixtape? I was conversing back and forth with Chris Miller and Megan are on their way. I missed like doing the road travel thing, but it was sure nice to just like get here lickety split by airplane. And we were really blessed to be able to actually get a flight into Louisville, because I know the Bears are coming in through Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you are driving to Keto Palooza, what's on your mixtape? What's like your road music that you absolutely have to have? Also, what's the road food like? We're missing all the Buc-ee's.
We're missing all the fun. Yeah, we're not going to go to Buc-ee's.
All the Buc-ee's.
But we got a really good deal on our flights. I was ready to drive, but I think we paid like $500-something round trip for 2 people.
For 2 people?
And I didn't have a ridiculous layover. We had a layover coming up for an hour in Orlando, going home and straight through.
That was very odd to be on like a 30-minute ride to Orlando. It was kind of like, what?
Jackie said couple hours of work left and heading to Keto
Palooza.
Chris said, hey, Wi-Fi in the plane, checking in. So it was funny. So we got on the plane. We had a flight attendant who, like, she was
super fun.
She was a comedian.
She really was.
So it was funny because she was like, someone's going to yell at me for this. So we're getting on, and we've got like boarding position number 30. So we're on Southwest. So free for all on the seats. And there was recently an article that Southwest said, listen, we do not have any rules for or against saving seats. So we actually on the plane, and she said the flight is sort of full, but there's a few seats open. May the odds be ever in your favor. So I'm like, you sit there. I'm sitting here.
We're gonna put your bag the person
on
in the middle,
and maybe somebody will not take our spot. Well, score, it worked.
Nobody wanted to sit next to us. Clearly, we look.
We would have moved if we had to.
Now, our early morning flight, there was 50 people on the entire plane. They were like, "Please take up 2 rows if you'd like."
She's like, sprawl across the row, and hey, some people come to the back because everybody's sitting in the front, and like we can't take off if we.
We're gonna have a plane that's like this.
But yeah, so it was, I mean, she was fun, and just, we were flying in, but it was like such a quick flight to Orlando.
Right. And then what was funny too, when we were leaving Orlando to come to Louisville, the flight attendant was going, "Oh, this is Mickey. Thanks for all your money." I was like, that is so accurate. I would have to say 50% of the people on our flight had big giant bags of Disney stuff. Yeah. Like, clearly they had overflowed their baggage, and I mean, Southwest gives you 2 free bags, so they had overflowed their luggage, and they were carrying so much Disney crap. It was hysterical. Thanks for all your money.
So it was funny though, because she got on, and because Chris said the Wi-Fi thing, and she was like, listen, I have been informed that the Wi-Fi does not work on this plane. So don't go buy Wi-Fi. Like, maybe it does, but this is what I've been told, but please don't kill the messenger.
She's like, it's a crapshoot. I was like, oh, okay. You'd already downloaded stuff.
I download stuff on YouTube,
And I brought a highlights magazine.
What are you, like 5?
I am 5. We talk about, like, what are things that you like to do when you're, like, just relaxing. And I know some people do adult coloring books. I don't do adult coloring books so much as I do children coloring books. There is an achievement to be unlocked when you have, like, solved the puzzle. I still find the highlights magazine jokes to be funny. I get them a lot of times at thrift stores completely pristine, untouched, because some ants in 2013 was like, I'm gonna buy this for my niece and my nephew. They don't use it. It just gets donated. There wasn't even a wrinkle in the magazine.
Chris said, turns out sometimes Delta Wi-Fi is free. Delta Wi-Fi should always be free for you, Chris. You are a Delta SkyMiles member. And you have T-Mobile.
You're basically a vice president of the company now.
If you're a SkyMiles member on Delta, and you don't have to be like a silver or anything, you just have to be a member of SkyMiles.
Get me something cool from Brookstone.
Go join their loyalty program for free.
The Sky Mall.
You get free Wi-Fi, and even before that, you got it through T-Mobile.
I need a hand warmer that also cooks hot dogs.
Ola said, got my Keto Brick maple pecan. Oh my. Yeah, it is good.
It is good. I thank you for everybody who
Autumn said there's no live stream.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you to everybody who also, like, lets everyone know what are their thoughts when they order a new product, because there's lots of new people just getting started on keto, and they're like, what's a keto brick, and also, is it any good? So I was noticing, like, Lynette had shouted out, like, wow, got my maple pecan keto brick. I see what all the hullabaloo is about. This stuff is awesome. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Kat said, I always fill my suitcase because my husband always packs light and forgets stuff. Ooh. I pack stuff he usually will forget. I fold or roll my stuff to fit and have a little extra space. Somebody, I can't find it now. Oh, Angie puts her toiletries in her shoes.
Listen, that is so stinking smart. You know, what is, if you do travel with your partner, is there one specific thing that you always pack for their benefit? There is one thing I always pack for my husband's benefit. Do you know what that is?
What?
I always make sure that I've packed the stuff to stop up a blood bath.
Oh.
Like the styptic.
I only
juice.
do that when somebody. You want to start this one again?
No.
When somebody uses my razor.
I brought my own razor. I hope you were responsible for your own razor.
You have mine too.
No. I did not bring one for you.
No, mine was in the bag that's never supposed to leave the suitcase. Well, I guess I buy another $25 razor.
You're going to have to buy another razor.
Yeah, because I'm not using yours.
No, you're not. That is accurate. You are not. But like, yeah, I always bring that. Is it styptic?
Yeah, it's a liquid one.
But it's like juice.
I'm tired.
I'm Rachel, and we're
Rachel.
two crazy ketos.
Lynette said I melted 6 keto bricks down into pucks from my hotel room.
Ooh.
Jen said I made keto chow, no bake cheesecakes, and pizza dip for dinner tonight. Looking forward to seeing you all tonight.
I cannot wait. I'm so stinking excited. You're like, I'm tired, and I'm like, I am just amping up. Like, I am rubbing for the weekend.
You know what I need is I need like a Celsius or something.
You need like a little nappy poo?
I do need a nap. I only had like 3 hours of sleep. Dawn said, I've not flown anywhere since 2001. I pack that way. That's way when I go on road trips and camping. Speaking of which, I was thinking while we were flying.
Okay. Tell me.
Like cruise.
Yes.
Like I don't want to have to like wait on luggage and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I want to do like carry on and carry off. Well, you can drop it off, but coming off, carry off. Which means one bag. My
strategy for the future for camping is to wear all of my outfits, beginning with bikini out.
Right.
All of the clothes on my body. Then I won't even need a carry-on.
Now the cruise
and you'll be super happy with
the cruise we're going on in December. It's just you and me. So like, you just like throw all your clothes in a Publix bag.
So just like, pajama pants and a sweatshirt.
Pajama pants and bikini.
And we're good.
And we're good.
And we're good.
Like,
Let's
pajama
do
pants,
it.
like, that's, we don't need...
I won't even brush my
beach
teeth.
and bed.
For the entire cruise.
That sounds good.
I'm not going to shave my legs. Nothing.
So long as you don't use my razor.
That'll be the time where you like run into like everyone.
That happens to us.
You went to high school with. No, it'll be the time they'll be like, oh my gosh.
No, just in general. Like
high school reunion.
I'm gonna run to Publix. Listen, it doesn't matter. You know, I woke up. I haven't done my hair. Not me, her. And I'm like, don't worry about it. Who are you gonna run into?
Everyone.
Like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's like Caleb's teacher.
Everybody would be embarrassed to bump into without a bra. That's who I mean.
Well, that happened at SeaWorld last year.
It did happen at SeaWorld.
Right? We were going through SeaWorld. We left the water park and we're like, let's just go to SeaWorld. And she was like, I just throw a t-shirt. She's like, I don't have my bra. I'm like, so what? We're just going to go see some of the Christmas stuff and run right into
It's
somebody.
not cute. After keto and you lose all that weight, like I got 1 point into the gym, I got 1 point into the pool. It's not good. It's not cute. It's not cute.
So speaking of the cruise, we're so excited for the sail away with 2KK.
Yes!
Getaway
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun.
We threw this together thinking like, does anybody actually want to go hang out with us?
Let's go vacation together.
And there are currently 35 people going.
Join us.
There's still some cabins left.
There are. It's by October 20.
Well, no, you have to pay for the cabin. You have to pay for the cabin by October 25th in full. But the rates that we have reserved, which are several $100s cheaper now, the rates keep going up. Like I think the balcony cabin, I've got a rate of like $1,200 for the cabin, like 12 and change, like $1,250. And if you go check right now, it's like $1,500 or $1,600. So we got a really, really good rate. Those rates go away on October 11th unless I put a deposit out of my pocket on other cabins to hold them.
Adam, I'm so glad you got your keto crate. I hope everybody got their LMNT tumblers.
Not yet.
Yetis.
Well, you only mailed them out a couple of days ago.
I did mail them, but Adam got his keto crate, and I actually mailed that. I mailed them all the same day.
So anyway, we do have There's like 7 or 8 balconies. We kept having to like change up the inventory because everybody wanted balcony cabins.
I don't blame them. Those
there's
are
like
fun.
7 or 8 balcony cabins. There's some inside cabins.
No
There's
speakers on this cruise.
No speakers. Just hang out.
This is just totally like hanging out. We're vacationing together, y'all.
It's like you don't have to. You're not gonna spend. Nobody wants to spend 4 days with us or 5 days.
Oh no, I'm gonna go in your cabin.
Right?
Did you not know that? No,
so
just
we're gonna eat together. Rachel probably come with games. Like people have asked us, like, are we doing a group excursion? No, but I'm sure people will like.
Yeah.
Hey, like I'm gonna do this. Like we'll probably. Coco K is like hang out at the beach. And then Nassau, we may go sightseeing, something like that.
One of like, I will tell you straight up, like when we plan for stuff, like even when me and Miriam get together, it's like, well, what do you want to do? It's normally we're like hand up for just sit at the beach, do nothing and visit. Right. Like that is one of my favorite things to do. Like I am looking forward to us like soaking our butts in the hot tub like we're tea bags and just like hang out and chat. And just visit.
Just make sure the girl's pointing in the right direction. You started. Okay,
I'll wrangle them.
And then people have already asked, like, are we going to do another one towards the end of next year? Yeah, tentatively right now, although we haven't really discussed it. It's going to be Oasis of the Seas, 8 days. I think it's 8 days or
much
7
longer.
days. And it would either be the first week of November, or it's like, but the problem is that it leaves like on the 10th. And now that we have to decide what we would do, if we would do November 11 on 11 or not do it. Or it would be the first week of December. But that week I think is a little bit more, and that's kind of like,
the deciding factor
prices down.
We like to keep prices down. We're the chipper cheap.
But people have asked about it. So so if you can't go in January, don't worry, we're going to have another one next fall. And if y'all can get us to 100,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a free cabin on the next one.
Yeah, we are. So help us out.
If it takes 2 years, hopefully it doesn't take us 2 years, but
we're going
to give away a cruise when we get to 100,000.
We're going to keep cruising along, so to speak. So since you mentioned it,
we're behind on comments.
Yes, 11 on 11 is taking place for sure this year. Yeah. So if you have a veteran, past, present, or future that you would like to spotlight, you would like us to share their story, please send pictures and their stories, like what you'd like us to read, to 11on11 at 2crazyketos.com so that we can make sure that we get them in.
This thing is jumping. Let's catch up on comments. We need to stop talking.
Okay, sorry.
Evan P. Feelgood said, I just had 3 1/3 pounds of beef patties with Slap Yo Mama seasoning and great crust. So good for lunch. I'm doing steak and butter, gang. 30-day carnivore challenge. Anyone else do it before?
Yum. How yummy.
Jackie said, I'm driving. I usually listen to shows on Netflix, Max, and Hulu.
That's fun. I will say that we still have our course open for beef, butter, bacon, egg. It just reminded me because I'm thinking like carnivore. And so October 15th through November 15th, if you're interested, go ahead and sign up for that through the Mighty Networks. You do need a desktop computer to sign up for the course, though. Right. Don't try to do it in the app. It's just going to frustrate you.
You can't, because I have it turned off.
Yeah.
Joyce said, we've been in the car for over 20 hours and stopped at Hotel Buc-ee's.
Oh, my goodness. I know you're probably tired.
Joanna said, I still have yet to hit up a Buc-ee's, hoping they build one in South Carolina
It is worth a drive.
It's only going to be on an interstate.
They're so cool.
Jen said, Rachel, you're going to love the game that Autumn is playing tomorrow night. Name that tune.
You know I'm all about it. You know that.
Shell said, got diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I went back to 100% carnivore, and the numbers look amazing now. Since I got pregnant, I wasn't as strict with my diet.
Oh, I'm so happy that you're starting to see good numbers again. I love that.
Chris said we had a flight from Hawaii that was so empty, they had to rearrange the luggage to balance the plane so we could fly straight.
Oh, my goodness. You don't think about those things. Wow, that's amazing.
Sandra said, good afternoon. Rachel, your hair is always so cute. Joe, thanks for the no cheat day reminder. Consistency is my goal, but when you cheat, it's a slippery slope. I love you guys both.
Thank you so much. And I'm telling you, we got to take this life one day at a time. I think sometimes when you think like, I'm going to be really good this month, It's too much for us to wrap our brain around. We get fatigued and we think of the month in terms of like, there'll be no stress in this month. There'll be nothing that is a bump in the road this month. Don't think about it like this giant picture if that's overwhelming to you. Take it 24 hours at a time. Sometimes I have to take it one meal at a time, right? Because that's just life.
Some people asking if Butterscotch is going to be a Keto Palooza. My understanding it is.
Yeah, that's what they said in the live.
Serena said, I was just thinking how much I miss my butterscotch pudding, so I'm so excited for your announcement.
I am so excited that you guys are excited. And you know what? I am really glad that we are not the only ones who had a butterscotch flavored childhood. Other people had grandparent memories associated with butterscotch, and I love it.
Laura, thanks for the $9.99 super chat. Said
Laura.
appreciate all of your time and info you share with us. I'm learning incredible info and so much support.
We're so glad that you're here.
Randy said my order of Keto Chow arrives on Saturday and has the new flavor butterscotch.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm excited for the creativity that I know everybody is going to be bringing to this particular flavor. This flavor is begging for a cake, a cookie. I actually put up pancakes on a short yesterday, Pancake Bites. Why does Rachel do Pancake Bites? Because we do have a pancake recipe, and this would work fine with our regular pancakes.
Well, I was just going to read this. Lynette said, I saw your short this morning using butterscotch to make pancake bites. I'm going to get Greek yogurt so I can make them with a different flavor today. Breakfast tomorrow on the plane. So here's the funny thing. First, make your own yogurt.
Yeah.
Second, I didn't get to try them.
Caleb ate them all.
I didn't even get one.
Sitting.
You didn't save me one. I never even tried them.
I put them out to him the way that I serve all food, which is
who's more important.
Well, what I thought was, here is the batch. Take what you like, and then
save some for your father.
I will put the rest in the refrigerator. Like I don't imagine I understand what he wants as a serving. And he looks at it.
Because meanwhile, you make him 3 hamburgers and 1.5 of them go in the garbage with the dog because he's like, Mom overfeeds me.
So I just put it out and I was like, pack it up when you're done. And so it was funny. So when I sat it down, the platter of Pancake Bites, he goes, this is 1/3 of my daily vitamins and minerals. I said, it sure is if you would like it to be 1/3 of your daily minerals and vitamins. But yeah, he ate all of them. But do you know why I always make Pancake Bites?
Why?
Because I'm terrible at making pancakes. This is the reason why we have a Blackstone, is because I chase food around a pan. I like Pancake Bites because I can make a whole batch at once. I do not have to wait one flippin' pancake at a time. And I'm more likely to have 100% success instead of hey, you get a silver dollar pancake and you get a giant pancake and one of yours is burnt and one of yours is raw. That is why I do Pancake Bites. I hope I am not the only person.
Dustin wants to know, what is my favorite flavor of Celsius? It varies.
Peach vibe.
So it's so weird to hear you even say that.
Because I'm not a peach person, but peach vibe.
Peach.
Peach vibe.
Except for her favorite flavor of Keto Chow is peach.
No, it's not. It's currently butterscotch.
I think Rachel lobbied to have peach discontinued.
I did not.
Speaking of butterscotch, I have a feeling Miriam was more right than Chris, because I know he told me yesterday it was more than 1/3 gone already.
Yeah, so if you were interested in butterscotch,
if you're looking for butterscotch, I'd go order some. Use our link down below. I'm not trying to create a panic.
No, but
I am saying that Chris did say more than 1/3 was gone yesterday.
So Miriam said I'm usually right. That is absolutely true.
That's always true.
That is true.
So what is my favorite right now? You know what it is? It's the flavor you can't find.
Right.
So
the Circle K one.
I really like grape.
Cosmic vibe.
No, that's not. It's
a fruit punch one.
It's a fruit punch one. I forget what they even call it. I don't even remember the name. I just know it is a vibe one. Maybe it is Cosmic Vibe. Yeah, no, it's Cosmic Vibe, because there's also Oasis Vibe. That one's okay. Cosmic Vibe is only available at Circle K, so far as I know. I used to like at one point it was like that green apple limeade one. That one was really good. It varies, and it's usually the ones that I can't get. Oh, lemon lime. I really like that lemon lime one.
I'm glad you like it.
So yeah, only a couple more days before I can't have them anymore.
I know.
Chris said, "How the razor, Rachel? You're not alone. I need all the things."
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Lynette said, unfortunately, I will be there with a big old back brace and walking time. I'm awaiting spinal surgery in November, but I will definitely be at Keto.
You know what, Lynette? I am just so excited you're going to be there. I miss you. I miss your face so much. And, you know, that's what I am looking for. I am looking for your face. I know that, like, you're probably not going to be comfortable as you would like. I wish that you didn't have to be wearing the back brace, but I am just so... This is a selfish thing, but I am so glad that you're going to be there because I want to see you so badly. I am so excited to see everybody. Please, if you're coming to Keto Palooza, do not hesitate to like come and chat. Let's visit. Like, that's why we're here. That's why we got on a plane. That's why Anthony drove us to the airport at 5 a.m. this morning, because we want to see you so much. Like, I packed my bags full of hugs. I want to see everybody. Keto Road is here. We're about to see Mr. Jonathan. Thank you so much for saying Butterscotch is amazing. I saw his reel yesterday. I was so glad that he liked our flavor. He said he ate it all up. He didn't have an opportunity to even show, like, here is my butterscotch shake, because he like drank it. But I was like, who is this who has hijacked Jonathan's Instagram because he shaved? Yeah. He shaved. And I was like, this is a different man. But you shaved. You look super handsome. I just did not know who you were when I first looked at it. I was just like, who is that? What's your Jonathan's
Chris said,
channel?
Miriam is weird. She thinks she's going to spend time with our kids in January. So we're not going to be on the cruise.
Well, that is okay. I think that's very important.
I mean, they don't hang out with us enough. I
mean, we drag our children. We're like, hey, you want a Christmas present? We're going on a cruise as a family. That's going to be your Christmas present.
Randy said, thank you guys for doing the 11/11 November for our veterans.
We're so excited for it. We love it. This is the third annual one. I looked in our like old videos. You know what's hilarious? The first year, my hair... Y'all have to go look back. Not last year, but the year before, I was like, what is this hairdo I am sporting? I mean, Joe has the same hairdo. Your hairdo is timeless, husband. But like, my hairdo is like very odd.
It's always changing. Okay, Chris. Joe, do you think sucralose can spike blood sugar readings? No. I mean, listen, everybody's different, but I'm going to tend to say that if you're having significant increases in your sugar, and again, we're not doctors, nurses, or health professionals, but if you're having significant glucose spikes and you're consuming sucralose, I feel like there's something else going on. It's zero in the glycemic index. It's such... I cannot explain how small of an amount that you are getting in sucralose, that there is no way that those 1 or 2 drops can spike you more than a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of sugar. And now if you're having something like Splenda or other things that have sucralose and then they're using dextrose and they're using maltodextrin, yes, that could spike your glucose. But, you know, you see people like have like, well, I ate a steak and my glucose went up. Well, there's other things going on, but your glucose doesn't stay steady. Like Jonathan can tell you, your glucose is not a flat line. We all think it's a flat line. It's not. It's going like this. What you don't want to see is this big, giant up and down when you eat. And more importantly, you don't want to see it go way up and stay up. So a normal person with a good, healthy metabolism, it would go up a little bit, not too much, but up a little bit when they would eat, and then it would come back down within 1 to 2 hours. But all of us who have screwed up, you know, our bodies and we're insulin resistant, like it would shoot way too high and then it would stay up there for way too long.
I can say, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a health professional, but I have OMADed 3 pints of Keto Chow, one after the other, ice cream.
Right.
I have done that and not had a glucose issue following that. So if you're like, I'm worried about Keto Chow, like I can tell you from our experience, we have eaten a butt ton of Keto Chow. Like that is a metric unit of measurement. And we have eaten exactly that much and never had a problem with it. The second thing that I just want to bring up is what else is going on in your life?
Right.
Because I can tell you, nothing sends my CGM into the stratosphere like stress.
Every time I walk in the door.
Every time you walk in the door. Sometimes it's good. Like my handsome husband is coming in carrying smoked barbecue and he smells like smoked meat and that gets my CGM racing. The other thing is if I'm worried about my kids, if I have a, argument with a neighbor, like if I'm stressed out with work responsibilities, if I have not slept, all kinds of things. If I'm even anticipating, goodness, you should have seen me when I was planning the baby shower for Michelle last year. I was like, it was crazy because I was so worried that I wanted everybody to have a good time. I wanted everything to be perfect. And that's when I saw much scarier numbers than I did with anything I've eaten.
Yeah. I mean, it comes down to a lot of different things with what is going on in your life. I mean, listen, I'm operating on 3 hours sleep last night and 3 hours sleep the night before. I guarantee you if I check my glucose is elevated because I've got high amounts of cortisol because I'm not sleeping because I've had too much going on and I haven't had a chance to sleep and sometimes I just got to do this. And so you also have to look at what are you calling a spike? Did your glucose go up by 10 points, 15 points, 20 points? That's not really a spike because there's too many variables. And oh, by the way, all of these meters, the stick meters, everything, they have a 20% margin of error. I have literally stuck myself with a blood glucose meter, checked it, 85, let me check it again. 96, let me check it again, 75. Ow. Which one is it?
Ow.
Okay, so don't be so concerned. Now, if you're checking your glucose and it's 90 and then you have sucralose or anything and it's 200, chances are either A, you did your test wrong, or B, you had an issue. Also, I will say this. There's a chance that if you got sucralose on your fingers and then stuck yourself, that you may get an elevated glucose rating. So if you have any kind of sugary stuff on your fingers and then you stick yourself with that will elevate your reading. So something to be careful of.
A homesick Buckeye had the cutest thing. It was no wife, no kids equals low blood sugar and no stress, low blood. Yeah, no wife. Thanks so much for that $2 super chat. No wife, no kids equals low blood pressure and sugar. Yes. I mean, that is the thing. It's these are the stresses of life. It's so funny. I was listening to this one sermon where the guy was like, these are the kids you prayed for. These are the things you prayed for. Remember when you were praying for the job? I just need a job.
Yep.
And then you got that job and you want to pull your hair out, or you're just these kids about to drive me crazy. Well, these are the kids you prayed for. When it's your partner is driving you nuts and you're but remember, there was a time where you're man, I am lonely and I really want someone to share my life with. And then you're but this person that I'm sharing my life with cannot seem to get their dirty underwear into the laundry basket.
Evan P. Philgo said, I believe butt end load is the proper unit of measurement.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
John said, yes, your CGM reading shouldn't look like a mountain range, more like rolling hills.
I like to say that you don't have this line, you have a handwriting line.
Brandon wants to know, are we in Louisville? Yes, we are.
Yes.
Keto Road said, not sleeping sounds like you need some endurance. I'm living on endurance.
Yeah. This is the only reason why he is upright, Jonathan.
I'm living on endurance. I mean, Rachel and I were talking about it on the plane. Listen, I know sleep is my biggest problem. this is the last conference, and now we're going to do some traveling, but it's going to be camping. But the thing about camping is different because it's not stressful, and I can leave when I want to leave, and I can work while I'm in the RV. That's the nice thing, right? We can just work wherever we go. But I need to get my sleep back in order, back to 7 or 8 hours a night, not going to bed at 3 a.m. or 2:30 a.m. and waking up at 5.
Well,
I think I stayed in bed till 4:30 this morning.
I love Kim Howerton. So excited to hear her speak this weekend. I always am excited to hear her speak. She's just so wonderful to listen to. And one of the things that she's talked about many times is, we have goals, but there's sometimes that we want some things more than we want others.
Miss a super chat.
So it's like you need sleep, but right now you want to put your attention on other things more than you want to put your attention on sleep. And so you are willing to have the consequences of not getting enough sleep. It's useless for us to be like, hey, I need to focus on my weight loss right now, but I'm not gonna, and then I'm gonna be upset because I'm not getting the results I want. Well, we've chosen. Right?
So I'm absolutely choosing.
There's
now
no
sometimes
reason to feel bad about it.
Sometimes I don't have a choice. Sometimes the work's just got to get done. Somebody had the silly idea of holding a cruise and then not realizing that you're going to get 20 bookings in 48 hours and you got to put them all in. But you know what? It's worth it short term, so long as I turn around and fix it. And then I also it's just something that I have to work on, and it's something that I will begin to work on. Homesick Buckeye had another super chat said, "I'm in Louisville. Where are we having dinner?
Yay!
We have an event that we have to.
We're going with Autumn. I think it's all her Patreons tonight.
Yeah.
You get to visit with."
John said, "I am totally understand. I stopped making pancakes when I got married because they always became scrambled pancakes, which are fine to me, but they're not pretty. I can't flip pancakes."
John, okay, I want to cry because, seriously, I have felt like somehow I have to take an M off of my mommy because I can't flip a pancake correctly. I feel like I'm losing credentialing as a mother. I need to be able to make a pancake. How can I call myself a mom if I can't make a pancake? But I can't make a pancake.
Okay, meet the plan. I have a question. Yeah. Why do you not have an issue with preservatives and sucralose that you recommend on Amazon, like potassium sorbate and potassium benzoate? Because it doesn't bother me. I have a saying, and I know that there are other people who eat 10 times cleaner than me.
Oh my gosh, so clean.
And I'm completely fine with that.
And they're cuter than us.
I am going to look at what was my diet before.
Ho-hos.
I'm going to look at where was my health before and where is my health now. And is my health the same? And has it been the same for the last 6 years? Yes, it has. Nobody is eating perfectly. No. Nobody has got a perfect diet. Nobody. And if they tell you they have a perfect diet, they're misinformed or they have a little bit of self-righteousness. Nobody is perfect. Okay, there was one perfect person that's ever existed in this world. Yeah. Ever. Nobody else has ever been perfect. Nobody else ever will be perfect. So you're not going to be perfect. Like my mom would say, you need to get rid of Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is dangerous. You can't get rid of Wi-Fi. Okay, you can fine. I don't have Wi-Fi in my house. Guess what? If I open up my phone,
my neighbor does,
and I turn off all Wi-Fi in my house, there's about 50 Wi-Fi signals coming into my phone. If I go to the store, there's Wi-Fi. It's impossible to avoid it. So for me, my feeling is 90% is good enough. Does that mean that the other 10% I should go out and eat sugar and pasta and carbs and grains? No. It means that I'm going to strive to do the best I can and to be perfect, but I know I will never be perfect. So if my diet consists of mostly meat and vegetables and occasionally I have a Keto Brick or I have Keto Chow and I have 4 or 5 drops of sucralose a day, I'm okay with that. And if my health is continuing to be where it is at the level that I'm comfortable with, to me, there's no reason not to. There's preservatives in everything. There's preservatives in the food in the beef that we're eating. Go to the store and buy chicken, and they pump it full of dextrose. Almost every single package of chicken breast that you buy has been pumped with stuff because they want to make it nice and plump and then sell you a bunch of water.
Well, I think it's important for us to maintain joy. It's important for us to always be at peace, right? And sometimes like over scrutinizing things can really make you constantly upset, right? And I know that we're going to be 90% and there's going to be so many people out there that's 94%.
Right.
Definitely better than us. But we don't feel the need to be the valedictorians of keto. Right? So 90% is what's going to be sustainable for us. And the good news is we've been at this for 5 years on YouTube now, probably rolling into 6 years at this point. And 5 years from now, you know, God willing, we will still be here.
Right.
Preaching 90%. Still not 100%, but now, 90%.
That doesn't even... Our diet is probably better than 90%. I'd say it's like 95 to 99% clean. But we allow for, you know what? I'm going to go to a restaurant. And I know, listen, we talk about Texas Roadhouse all the time. We go to Texas Roadhouse. Here's what we get: the same exact thing every time we go to Texas Roadhouse. We get a 16 to 20 ounce prime rib. We get a salad. And guess what? Blue cheese dressing, which probably has some seed oils in it.
Definitely it does.
And then we will get broccoli that is then covered with bacon and cheese and sour cream.
Because why not?
That sounds like a perfectly keto meal, right? Well, go look up the nutrition facts according to Texas Roadhouse, and it's about 20 carbs.
And it's not even gluten-free.
I'm good with that.
It's not gluten-free.
There's almost none of the steaks in Texas Roadhouse are good.
It's got, because there's something in the rub.
So I'm good with that. Why? Because am I eating that every single day? No. I don't eat seed oils. But if I go to a restaurant, I probably end up with some seed oils. But that's okay for me. Yes. For me, I don't have a problem with that because it's not a part of my everyday regular diet.
Yeah.
I just lost the super chat. Let me find it. This thing is jumping over here.
Like, boop, boop, boop.
Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Thanks for the $5 super chat. Said, I've been keto for 3 months and I am losing very slowly. I'm considering carnivore. The problem is that I only get $100 in food stamps a month. Okay, so first of all,
3 months.
Losing slow is not bad.
It's not.
Okay, a healthy weight loss is a half a pound to a pound a week. You don't really want to lose it fast. If you lose it fast,
very difficult to maintain.
There's a chance you end up with like loose skin, a lot more loose skin than if you were to lose it slow. That's one thing. If you're losing it slowly, it means you're probably eating enough food and not drastically cutting the amount of calories that you were consuming before, which ends up slowing your metabolism. And again, not against carnivore. For me, carnivore is not sustainable. For some people, it is. For Dr. Sean Baker, super sustainable.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not. But look more at, are there things entering into your diet that maybe shouldn't be there? Like we call it carb creep. Like, are you having a little bit too much heavy whipping cream and not counting those carbs? Are there little things adding in? And maybe try to eat cleaner in that aspect. Are you using keto snacks? Like you'll see people go like, are you following net carbs? Because that's one of the biggest mistakes that new people to keto make is I follow net carbs, which will work for a little while.
Because you're still reducing what you used to eat.
Right.
But
I see people eat 30, 40 total carbs and they're like, oh, but it's only 20 net carbs. But okay, what are the total carbs?
Please, for us, will you do us the huge deal of just making the switch to total carbs?
Oh, well, we got to read this real quick.
Yeah.
Patricia, thank you very much for the $20 super chat.
Hey,
I've got
Patricia.
to go. I have a sick grandson, but you all are a hoot. Thanks for the jokes, Carrie.
Thank you. Shout out to Carrie.
So, okay. So, anyway, yeah, before going to carnivore, first of all, if you don't think you can stick to carnivore, don't even try it.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Sustaining keto.
That's more important.
Is a huge victory because you have to look at it in terms of like is what are you going to do? Is it just for a stint? Like you're just going to do a little bit of carnivore and then get back to keto? Well, if you plan on just ending up with keto anyway, just stick with keto and be consistent, right? And like, don't make it harder to transition. You're 3 months in, which is amazing. You're doing great. Sometimes we are so hard on ourselves that we need to optimize very, very quickly. But if you would think of this in terms of the keto way of eating as strength training and not like putting food in our mouth. But if it's strength training, you're like, hey, after being in the gym and never pumping any weight before, starting in the gym 3 months ago, I couldn't even lift 20 pounds. Now I've moved up to being able to comfortably lift 30 pounds and repeat the process over and over again. That's good, but I think what I'm going to do starting tomorrow is lift 150 pounds and repeat. You'd be like, no, don't do that because you're trying to do things too fast. You're going to hurt yourself, and then you're going to put yourself in a position where you won't even be able to maintain what you're doing currently.
Well, it's like, I don't know if he's still in here, but Jonathan's training to do a 100-mile marathon.
Yeah.
Go watch his Instagram and his YouTube. He's doing like 15, 20, 30. He's not going, hey, I ran a 26-mile marathon, so tomorrow I'm going to do 100. No, he's working himself.
Work yourself up.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, we can't do that. Me, like, good luck with a mile.
I'm in a 5K next week.
I know you are.
Jonathan would be so proud of me.
No Carnivore said, we're not going to be up there, but if you guys are in Louisville long enough, maybe we may have to go do this tomorrow. Chris, are you here? Mama's Mustard, Pickles, and Barbecue. The best Bronto beef rib ever, and wings too.
Ooh.
They were on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
How neat. In fact, okay, so...
Are you going to say what
Michelle...
our grandbaby got... I mean, we've got a month.
Yeah, we have a month until Peyton's first birthday.
Actually, 2 months, almost.
Because she turns 1 on the 29th, but her actual birthday is going to be on December 2nd. And so Michelle was like, I picked out her birthday cake for her birthday party.
She should be the poster child for the beef industry.
A Tomahawk Steak. That's what they got.
I have never had a Tomahawk.
A Tomahawk Steak is what she got Peyton for her birthday. And she's like, you know what? When I was thinking of like, what am I going to get her for her birthday? Because at first she was like, hey, the theme of this birthday party is going to be like first time around the sun, like first year around the sun. But she's like, to be honest, Peyton just loves everything animal and going and visiting farms and petting goats and all that kind of stuff. So she's like, I'm going to have it be a barnyard theme. And let's be honest, the child's favorite thing to eat is meat. She loves her steak. So she's like, I am just gonna like trick it out, and she getting a tomahawk steak for her birthday.
Angie said, eat the meat you like and that you can afford. Some months that may be bologna and hot dogs, and some it may be brisket. It's all better than garbage. And
I'm gonna tell you what, some days I love me some bologna. Fried beef bologna, yo, is where it is at. Do I got any other like bologna lovers in the house right now? Because I freaking love fried bologna on top of scrambled eggs.
Dawn said, being food police has never been in my job description, and it never will.
No.
Sandy's here, said, just had blood work done. My due doctor's office. A1C is 5.0, down 0.1 from 3 months ago. They called to tell me my total cholesterol was 204. My LDL is about 140. Weren't going to mention triglycerides and HDL until I asked. It's a good thing that you are an educated patient, and that's where we're at right now. And congratulations on that. That is like some incredible numbers. Way to go. Karen said, I got my ribeye from Walmart in the freezer section. They have a 5-pack of frozen ribeyes for $15.98. And the last time I got them, they were on sale for $13.98. I always found Steakums there also. Steakum last week at Publix was buy one, get one box free. So be on the lookout for that. I guess that ended yesterday. If you have a dehydrator and you want to make a Joe's Carnivore meat thins, they are so good. He can't keep them in the refrigerator for me enough because I eat those things freaking homesick. Buckeye, thanks for the $2 super chat. Said I don't work out. It makes me tired. I've had to work up to work out. Like it was definitely something that I had to start
and I mean, y'all can watch some of our older videos. I really was excited about the fact that you could lose weight on keto without moving your body.
Yeah.
That was a sad thing.
Eventually, you have to move that.
Eventually, I figured out that I enjoyed moving if it was moving to do something fun. Like if it was, I will do stair climbing if it is stairs at the water park. I will walk for miles if it is walking through Disney World. Like I will run in a 5K if I get to push my granddaughter in the stroller while we cheer on her mama bear while she is running too.
Yeah, like Meet the Plan said, Joe, thanks for answering my question. Your honesty, you're welcome. I mean, it just comes down to like, I do not like this saying everything in moderation, but there
what is that?
There is a saying like the dose makes the poison. Mm-hmm. And again, when you look at the amount of sucralose, there's no way to even show you on camera how little amount it is. It's just no way. And when we get crazy, like preservatives are not. Talk about Celsius. Celsius got sued because they had on the can no preservatives, and then it contains citric acid.
Yeah.
So citric acid is many times used to make something sour. Mm-hmm. And that's what they were kind of doing. If you know anything, if you've ever had Celsius, a lot of them is sour. But it is also used as a preservative. And they got sued. I mean, I benefited from that because it was a class action lawsuit and they put a big thing out. Anybody who bought Celsius, and I think we got like $17 or something.
Which like we promptly used to buy more Celsius.
So they got all their money back. But I mean, it's just, we have to look at the thing. It's like somebody recently said something like, I can't believe that you would eat from this farm because they give their cows antibiotics.
Yeah.
Okay, now there is a difference between eating beef that came from a feedlot where they're cramming all these cattle together and they can't move and they're all getting sick and dying, so they pump them full of antibiotics so that they don't get sick and die because they're like in confined quarters. And then if you have, and because this was a free range type of cow situation, right? And you have your own personal farm and your cow gets sick, do you want me to let it die? Or should I give it some antibiotics so that it gets healthy?
Tabitha needs an antibiotic. Our Labrador Retriever is getting an antibiotic.
The antibiotics aren't expensive. I mean, listen, I'm one of those, there is a price. And it's normally like, how much does it cost to replace that animal? And then there's like a factor in there of like how old it is. The younger, the higher the amount. Like somebody, I called all the kids the other day. I sent a text message to everybody. I'm like, everybody drop what you're doing because somebody lost their cat in our neighborhood and had a $5,000 reward out for it. I'm like, everybody drop what you're doing and go find this cat. Because like it was like a house cat too.
Right. It was a house cat, but it was like a $5,000 reward. But it was so funny. Michelle sent me this thing. It was like it was Grogu. Holding a cat, and it was talking about like how, if you're gonna purchase a dog, even if you're purchasing a stray or like you're fostering a dog, you're gonna check out the breed information and be like, is this the right fit of this dog into our home? Like you do a lot of research when you are adopting a dog, and then you have Grogu holding up a cat going, I found this in the trash. And I have to say, I could not tell you the pedgree of any cat that I've ever met in my life. And I know that they're very like, there's cat shows. So there's definitely like lineages.
Like, I want a mushy-faced cat.
There's definitely like pedigree cats. But like in my experience, yes. Like I have researched breeds for dogs, but like a cat is like, this one just got found in a car engine and we need to give it a home, Joe.
John said, I'm doing modified beef, butter, bacon, egg, adding S for salmon, shrimp, and scallops. I think the dense protein and nutrients will help me make up for my tiny stomach because of my gastric sleeve. That's probably a good idea. Lots of people chiming in on your bologna. And
my bologna has a first name. It's Rachel.
John said bologna is just a giant form of sliced hot dog. Yep, it is.
It's a big giant hot dog. Maybe that's because that's how much hot dog I want to eat. I love hot dogs. That's also one of my favorite things. And if you've seen, like, I'll tell you, like, we're landscapers. So we've eaten a lot out of like gas stations. Like, we are gas station aficionados. You can look at a lot of our Two Crazy Ketos recipes and they're like, this ain't pretty. This looks like gas station food. And I'm gonna tell you, like, a good roller hot dog, when you on the road,
dirty water dogs are bad.
Oh my gosh, there is nothing like getting a hot dog on a road trip.
JC said, just an FYI, from a type 2 diabetic, Keto Chow not only gives me stable numbers, it actually shows lower numbers at times. Can't wait for my butterscotch order.
I love that. Thanks for sharing that, because it's nice for other people to hear different experiences.
Lori said, Rachel, have you seen You Are Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah? It is a super cute.
I saw the advertisement for it, but I haven't seen it yet. I love Adam Sandler movies, and it's actually got his daughters in it. Although I have a question. Why doesn't his wife ever play his wife? He has his daughters in the movie. His wife is always in the movie, but I've never seen a movie. Have you seen a movie with Adam Sandler where his wife is acting in the movie, but she's his actual wife in the movie? I always find that interesting because she's great. I love seeing her. Jackie Sandler, I believe is her name. And I love seeing her. Here's another fun fact. Did you know that Adam Sandler's wife is from our local area? She's from Coral Springs, Florida. I was like, when they got married, I was like, yay, hometown girl.
Keto Cheat said, I'm sustaining on under $1,500 a month, but if I found someone's pet, I wouldn't take a dime. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I was joking. But
it was just
$5,000. Oh, and by the way, it was, I wish I still had the picture. I sent it to
Would you get $5,000 if I was missing?
Not only was it $5,000, but it was a 10-year-old cat that weighed 36 pounds.
Oh.
Like, and it even said, like, this is a big cat. It's like, in the thing, it's like, my cat it's a very big cat who cannot defend himself. And, like, I guess, we have coyotes in the area.
We do have some coyotes.
Like, that cat's bigger than a coyote, though.
Funny thing, if you're new here, when I decided, like, that is it, I'm getting in steps every day, and I always have, like, a step goal for myself. But when I really, like, the morning of making the decision, step goals for life for Rachel, I walked out our front door and a coyote passed by me. Like, if you think that you're going to set a goal for yourself and then never have an obstacle, forget it. The moment you set a goal for yourself, it's like, here comes the obstacle. I was like, I had heard we had coyotes in the area, but I had never seen one until I decided I'm on the move.
Chris said, aside from Kirk Cameron, I've never seen actual couples acting. Well, yeah, Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman.
Yeah, but I don't think they're together anymore. Like, I think they're stayed married, but
yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Sarah's
Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton.
I'm so happy to see all of your happy, positive energy today. I needed it. I had a guest try to intentionally hurt me at work today. It was
no.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Wow.
Christine said, Rachel, Joe, Chris, and Miriam Bear, I just want to shout out, thank you to all four of you guys for being such wonderful influencers in this special place.
Wow. Thank you so much. Gosh, we thank you for being here. You guys are an encouragement to us.
Yeah, Chris said, I was interested to learn that many of the antibiotics given to cows are actually to balance their gut biome so they burp less methane, not for disease.
Ooh, I see that. Looks like Shauna has made 4 of 7 kinds of Keto Chow fudge for Keto Palooza. Oh my gosh.
Here. So, and that's the other thing, you go to Sucralose. We talked about this the other day in our live stream and also with Chris and Miriam that, the biggest thing people say about sucralose is like, oh, well, it can kill your gut biome.
There's lots.
So do antibiotics. And oh, by the way, so does hand sanitizer. So if we're that concerned, I hope that you are never using any alcohol. And I don't mean drinking alcohol. I mean rubbing alcohol. And I hope that you're not using hand sanitizer on yourself.
Lysol wipes.
And like all of that stuff kills our gut biome. Like I have said, like I'm interested but saddened to see what is going to happen And where is the immunity of the kids that have gone through COVID? And when I say kids, I'm talking about the young kids, like the 3, 4 through like 9-year-old kids, 8-year-old kids that have gone through COVID. What is their immune system going to be like in a few years? Yeah. Because we've talked about how your mom and you used to douse Caleb with sanitizer, and the kid is
sick.
Always sick.
I was always sick too because.
Meanwhile, I would tell my kids go roll around in the mud and drink from the hose, and your pacifier dropped on the ground. Give me that. Here you go. Right?
Yeah, I was definitely. Like my parents were like, hey, we've just got to have don't come in contact with dirt, basically.
Right.
And I was always sick. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I had things like scarlet fever and like, it was terrible. And
I'm sorry for laughing.
You're laughing at me? But yeah, so I you know what? Let's be hopeful.
That's right.
That we can turn things around.
So, okay, last one. JL said, thank you so much for your keto ministry. Though I'm a several months stall after regaining and strict carnivore from keto, I'm never going back to pre-keto. Healing decades of insanity, non-scale victories are myriad. Wow. Okay, we are going to Juby said, I only use sanitizer heavily at Disney.
Oh my gosh.
Keeping the classroom for the
There's
day.
A name I love seeing.
Otherwise, plain basic soap.
Jo Re Mi Fa Sol La
That's a name we haven't seen in a
Keto.
while.
I can't wait to see you, girl. I miss you.
Okay, we're going to get off because we need to go to Walmart.
Yeah, right? So we don't smell bad. That's the goal.
Yeah, you need to go.
Yeah. I do.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm sure at some point we'll have a video come out, and then we will be back live next Monday. Don't forget, there are still some cabins left if you are interested in hanging out in the cruise in January. All the details are down below in the description box. Have a great night.
We love you guys.